Hey everybody, welcome back to the record review. As you can see here, the Grammy nominations for 2026 just got announced. I'm not a big fan of the Grammys. They're very inconsistent. They failed in a lot of measures, like the failure to nominate The Weeknd a few years ago, if you all remember that. But still, it's an exciting moment to see where some of these artists get recognition. So I'm going to react to this for the first time with you guys and give my personal takes on what I think is going to win each category. Let's go. Okay, a big one, starting with Song of the Year. We have DTMF by Bad Bunny, Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter, Anxiety by Doechii, Wildflower, Billie Eilish, Abracadabra by Lady Gaga, Luther by Kendrick Lamar with SZA, The Subway with Chappell Roan, and Apotheca 2, or however you say that, by Rose and Bruno Mars. Some good picks here, some picks I'm kind of iffy on. Not a big fan of Anxiety. I feel like Manchild is a little overrated. Bad Bunny, not for me. Although I'm glad to see how much recognition he's been getting lately, especially being chosen to headline the Super Bowl next year. But as for, well, I think I'm going to start with what I want to win. As much as I love Kendrick Lamar, I really want to see Chappell Roan take this one home. This is probably my favorite Chappell Roan song of all time. Her vocals on this song sound spectacular. It's lyrically profound. It's like the most mature she's ever sounded. So that's what I want to win. Although, I feel like they have to know that Anxiety is going to make people really mad. APT, like, it's still in the top 50, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, okay, so it's down towards the bottom. It's number 50 exactly. So it's still up there. Although I wouldn't say I don't think it's gonna win. The more I think about it, I think Chappell Roan does have a solid chance. It's been like her year. Even without releasing an album, all the singles she's released have seen immense success, with Good Luck Babe released last year still getting heavily recognized. And I know she got, nominated for Best New Artist last year, is that right? I feel like this is her gonna be her year. And if it's not that, I think the second safest option would have to go to probably DTMF, just because it falls in line with the Super Bowl, like a week after that. So that's my pick for record of the year. When I edit this video, I'm gonna put it on the side over there for each different category what my prediction is. Moving on from song of the year to album of the year though. We have the Bad Bunny album, Justin Bieber's Swag, Sabrina Carpenter with Man's Best Friend, Clips with Let God Sort 'Em Out, that makes me happy, Lady Gaga with Mayhem, Kendrick Lamar with GNX. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I've never heard of this one. Leon Thomas Mutt. Excuse me while I get cultured. Well, that's just the single. Okay, so it's from last year. I'll listen to this before I publish it and I'll cut in with my own thoughts on it. Okay, for what I want to win starting off, I really want to see Kendrick Lamar win with GNX. That was such a big cultural moment. Every single song of that album was a hit. And as we all know, Luther did insanely well. If not GNX, I would love to see Let God Sort 'Em Out, but I feel like they're going to win something. I feel like they're going to win something else, like Best Hip Hop Performance or some other category they've been nominated for. I'm not sure yet, but I can't see them taking home a record of the year, especially because the Grammys definitely favors bigger artists. Similarly, for my prediction, I think the album of the year is going to have to go to GNX. Like, it's impossible to deny the sheer influence that album had for, probably 3 or 4 months minimum. Moving on, Song of the Year. Wait, that's different from Record of the Year? Maybe I'm going insane. But Song of the Year. Abracadabra. Anxiety. It's all the same songs. We already talked about my prediction for Song of the Year. Let's move on to Best New Artist. Okay. Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, Alex Warren, or Lola Young. There's some good names here. I'm a big fan of the Marias. One of my earliest videos on this channel was actually me reviewing one of their albums called Cinema. Big fan of them. I know Cat's Eyes had a great year. So has Addison Rae with her debut album. So I feel like my favorite album and artist out of everyone here is Addison Rae. I know she's kind of iffy in the mainstream, the public sentiment on her, but I would love to see her win Best New Artist and continue making some great music going forward. For my prediction, I think Alex Warren is actually going to take home the Best New Artist. I'm pretty sure he's got like, what, the #1 song in the world right now? Let me fact check that. Okay, no, so he's fallen down a little with Somber overtaking him, but I feel like Alex Warren has just had such a good year with this, what, You'll Be Alright Kid album. It's been blowing up with multiple hits off of it. It's probably going to be the most streamed song of the entire year. I think he's going to take it home. Okay, moving on to Producer of the Year for non-classical music, we have Dan Auerbach, who done stuff like, I don't know most of these. I know the Black Keys. Circuit, who did the Lady Gaga album, some bigger pop hits like the Rosé song. Ed Sheeran. Dijon, I didn't even know he self-produced. He produced some of his own songs, Justin Bieber's songs. Blake Mills, Japanese Breakfast, Lucy Dacus, Perfume Genius. That's an incredible resume right there. All these songs and artists he's worked for, very critically acclaimed ones at that. And finally, with Soundwave, who produced Kendrick Lamar's GNX. I actually complimented heavily the production on GNX. It's one of my favorite things about it. So I'm going to skip straight to that. I'm going to say I hope he wins. Although I think the extent to which Kendrick Lamar wins the Grammys is going to end there. I feel like it's going to go to Dijon, because Dijon's had a very successful year, especially with his own music, not even getting into producing what Justin Bieber's big hits from this year, like Daisies. That's my prediction for that. Okay, I'm going to skip Songwriter of the Year because I'm not too familiar with very many of these songs, and I feel like I'd just be repeating myself. Let's move on to Field 1, Pop and Dance Electronic, the best pop solo performance. We have Daisies by Justin Bieber, Manchild by Sabrina Carpenter, Disease by Lady Gaga, The Subway by Chappell Roan, and Messy by Lola Young. I feel like this is a two-way race between two obvious picks. It's either going to be The Subway or Manchild. Sabrina Carpenter, she really goes all out on stage, especially for this new album with the very abrasive, eccentric look. But I feel like that could be a partially controversial pick, but also controversial in a way that'll get people watching the Grammys, not really away from the Grammys, like not choosing The Weeknd. I'll always be mad about that. But then The Subway, I don't know much about her performances recently, but I know back for her last album, going on tour for that, some of her live looks, some of her stage antics, it's incredible. It's like nothing very many other pop artists do nowadays. Moving on to Best Pop Duo Group Performance. We have Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters, Gabriella by Cat's Eye, APT by Rose and Bruno Mars, and 30 for 30, SZA and Kendrick Lamar. Honestly, as much as I like some of these artists, I'm not the biggest fan of any of these songs. I'm not a big fan for 30 for 30. I thought it was kind of just an iffy song. The lyricism was really weird. APT, I do like that song. It's a little standard, same with Golden, but they're very catchy. So with that, I'm just going to choose a random one. I'll say I want APT to win, but I think Golden's going to take this one home. Let's be for real. I work at Walmart. The amount of kids that ask me, like, do you have K-pop Demon Hunters costumes around Halloween? It's insane. It is a huge cultural phenomenon, and they've been sitting at #1 for the past, like, couple weeks. They're taking that home. I'm positive about it. Alright, I skipped down to Best Dance Electronic Album because a lot of these are just repeats of the same old stuff, subgenres of subgenres. So Best Dance Electronic Album, we have FKA Twigs with You Sexua, Fred Again with 10 Days, Pink Pantheress with Fancy That, Rufus Du Sol with Inhale/Exhale, and Skrillex with F You Skrillex, you think you're Andy Warhol, but you're not. Okay, that's a very diverse list for one genre. Would I want to win this? I want You Sexua from FKA Twigs to win this. It's my favorite album from her in many years. I much prefer it to the other one she released, 2021, 2022? I forgot what it was called. Much prefer it to that. What I think is going to win, I feel like Pink Panthers is going to take this home, even though I wouldn't even loop them into dance electronic. That album has seen so much success, especially on social media with a song like Illegal. And she's just been having such a good year after two good albums now. Okay, this is the category I was scared for, so let me see what we have here. Best rock, metal, and alternative music. The best performance. Amyl and the Sniffer. You should not be doing that. I've never heard that song, actually. The Emptiness Machine by Linkin Park. Never Enough by Turnstile. Murder's a Pine by Hayley Williams. That's a great thing there. And Changes, live from Villa Park, Back to the Beginning by Youngblood. That's an interesting list. Okay. What do I want to win this? I really want Turnstile to finally take home something. As much as I love that new Hayley Williams album, I feel like Turnstile deserved their amends after so many years from going from the hardcore underground to the alternative rock mainstream, still staying true to their old selves, like doing all kinds of crazy stage work. Especially if you've seen the teaser for Never Enough, the title song. It's a really cool video. It's a really cool performance. Although what I think is going to win this, I think Youngblood with Changes is going to take this. If you guys didn't know, for the final Goodbye to Black Sabbath, headed by Ozzy, the King of Darkness Osbourne, had Youngblood, the alternative singer, sing his hit song Changes, which is a piano melody written by Ozzy Osbourne about obviously going through changes. In that song, in that live performance, Youngblood just weeps. He just lets it all out, and it was something that made Ozzy very happy. He felt very connected to Youngblood's performance. And myself, even if I'm not a big fan of Youngblood, I could even see how beautiful that moment was to wrap up Ozzy's career. Especially in light of his unfortunate passing, I think the Grammys are going to go with Changes. Best metal performance. This is scary. Okay, for new vocal or instrumental solo duo group or collaborative metal recordings, we had Night Terror by Dream Theater. That's a good song. Lacrima by Ghost. I don't even know if I'd consider Ghost metal, but okay. Ugh, get that out of here. Spirit Box, Soft Spine, and Turnstile Birds, also not metal. Okay. So two of these are definitely not metal. Emergence, not a metal song. Birds, not a metal song. A great song, but definitely more alternative rock. So I really hope the Grammys don't pick either of these non-metal songs. That would really make me mad, so I'm just going to ignore them here. I think the Grammys are going to go with Spirit Box. Spirit Box has been having a great couple years. And for what I want to win, I really want to see Dream Theater take it home. They're one of the best recording live metal bands out there right now. If you watch any video on YouTube, you'll just be blown away seeing what they do on a live stage. Best rock song. Okay, we got As Alive as You Need Me to Be by Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails and Atticus Ross. We have Caramel by Sleep Token, Glum by Hayley Williams, Never Enough by Turnstile, and Zombie by Youngblood. Again, I want Turnstile to win this. They deserve their amends, finally. Even if I think Glow On was a better album for those amends, I think they're going to take it with a Never Enough. Best rock album. We have Private Music by Deftones, I Quit by Haim, From Zero by Linkin Park, Never Enough by Turnstile, and Idols by Youngblood. Again, I don't think Idols is taking it. It didn't really have any big hits from it, not that I know of. I think From Zero would be a controversial pick, especially since it's just a reunion album with a new singer by Linkin Park. See, I'm not too familiar with Haim. I'm not sure if they've had a big cultural moment. I think it could be any of these three. Although, I feel like Deftones, if they were to win something, it would be under the metal category, and it wouldn't even be this new album. This new album, I loved it, but it doesn't have the big hits that a lot of their other albums had. So I'm going to say it's between I Quit and Never Enough. You guys can choose one that you think it's going to be. I'm stuck between the two because I don't know Haim very well. I just know that they're a pretty Grammy-safe band, although I would rather see Never Enough win. Okay, I'm gonna start to speed things up because I'm noticing we're not even close to the end of this list. So, best alternative music performance. Everything is Peaceful Love by Bon Iver, Alone by The Cure, Seeing Stars by Turnstile, Magnetout by Wet Leg, and Parachute by Hayley Williams. What I want to win, I want Parachute by Hayley Williams to win. That was my favorite song from the new album, and it has some of her best vocal and lyrical work in years. What I think is gonna win, I have an itching feeling Bon Iver is going to take something with Everything is Peaceful Love. Okay, best alternative music album. We have Sable Fable by Bon Iver, Songs of a Lost World by The Cure, we have Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler the Creator, Wet Leg with Moisturizer, and Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party by Hayley Williams. What I want to win this one? My favorite of these albums gotta be Songs of a Lost World by The Cure. What I think is gonna win? I think Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party is gonna win because, one, Paramore is a huge band that's very friendly with the Grammys. And two, she's having her moment right now. She's going on her first solo tour ever. She's all up in the news. This is going to be her year, I feel. Okay, moving on to Best Rap Performance. We have Cardi B with Outside, Clips with Chains and Whips, Doechii with Anxiety, TV Off by Kendrick Lamar, and Darling I by Tyler the Creator. What I want to win this one? I want Chains and Whips to win. That's my second favorite song from the new album, and it's the one with Kendrick Lamar. It suits everything. They're not going too controversial by giving Kendrick Lamar 50 different Grammys, but they're also shining a huge spotlight on a band I feel like literally everyone in the hip-hop world is liking right now, Clips, even people who don't like Kendrick Lamar. Similarly, I also think that's going to be the winner. Okay, best rap song, we have Anxiety again, The Birds Don't Sing by Clips, Sticky by Tyler the Creator, TGIF by Glorilla, and TV Off by Kendrick Lamar. I feel like for best rap song, I want it to go to The Birds Don't Sing. I really do. And I hope the Grammys follow through with that because it's such a heartfelt song about losing your mother. And they really go all out on it. They blend R&B, hip hop, a lot of different styles that can suit any audience. So that's where I'm going to go for that one. Best Rap Album. This one's stacked with big names. Let God Sort 'Em Out by Clips, Glorious by Glorilla, God Does Like Ugly by JID, GNX by Kendrick Lamar, and Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator. I don't think it's going to be the JID album. It's a good album, but it didn't do as good as his previous newest album, which also didn't win, I believe, The Never Story, or The Forever Story, one of those two. I don't think Glorilla is going to win. That would be a very controversial pick. I haven't even heard of that album. I'm going to be real with you all. I think GNX is going to take it, even if Kendrick Lamar's huge moment is here to pass. I think that album was too big to deny. Okay, going down, it looks like the rest of the list is opera and classical music, something I'm not even going to pretend I'm versed in. So that's my predictions for today. Subscribe if you want more music insightful videos like this, reviews, reactions, anything else, and I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching and comment down below your predictions. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.